Welcome, if you're here, and if this is streaming. If not, it should be. Okay. Hello everyone, if you're here, I will be playing today Slay the Princess. I'm gonna go for a good ending. I probably won't get it, but that's okay. This is gonna be a long time. She's probably gonna kill me, but it's gonna be great. Whatever horrors you may— oh, also, warning, this is a horror game. There will be bad imagery. It's scary. I'm not sure if there will be jump scares yet. If there are, when this is over, I'll put an edit in the description warning for that. So if you don't like jump scares, just for now, do not watch. Wait for it to come out fully. Enjoy. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There is no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I have to slay her. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, I like how the background moves with my cursor and opposite to it. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Dang. He got me good there.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Does the world end because if you leave with her, that's the good ending, and then the game's over, and the narrator wants to preserve it as long as he can?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Slay. I'm sorry. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? He already said he doesn't want to explain it, though. Can't someone else do this? Not doing this. Get a reward. I mean, it does seem kind of bad.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
But also, like, maybe I don't want to kill anyone.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay, well the narrator can't make the rules, so I guess that's a win. Good
Yes,
reward, at
but
least?
you'll have to slay her before you get it.
The reward.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I doubt it.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
What if I just leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
Oh.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
The hero. The voice. Okay, so that's like us, or I guess an aspect
Ignore that
of
annoying
us.
little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We're gonna like have multiple personalities throughout this whole thing? Ooh, do I collect them?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I thought the narrator couldn't change the rules, and I'm pretty sure reality is one of those. But
You're
I'm gonna
really
leave
keen
again.
on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Well, I feel like that's more mean. But I'm not gonna feed into his delusions.
Your silence is deafening.
Absolutely.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
That's cute. Yeah, well, I guess I'm starting. Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay, that's some Pendragon crap. Everyone who's ever lived and ever will be holla da 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 da. I know all of that stuff. Who are you? Saint Dane? No, I'm just kidding. It's more like... But I mean, he isn't the best either.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
I thought he said he couldn't change the rules.
But as you focus on your
Either
surroundings,
way.
you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
I'm sorry, if there's infinite cabins, aren't there like infinite basements and infinite princesses? Which means I am not going to all of those.
Wait, what's going on?
I said, I thought he couldn't change the rules.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I mean, basically.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Well, you said if she leaves the cabin, the world ends. Why do I have to kill her? She can just stay in there. Well, I guess that'd be cooler.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, the world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
I'm trying to figure out, does the narrator...
A terrible sense of déjà vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then I don't know. He might have walled. If by ruin, the world really did. The world hasn't ended yet.
He's just repeating that. Okay. I'll go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Before I let the narrator continue, I wonder, like, how do I have to collect all the voices to do it? Is it just the voices from like the previous life? I don't care about pissing off the narrator, I just don't want to kill the princess, but I guess, like, the best way to help her would be to meet her.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
So she's gonna gaslight, gatekeep, and girl boss. I get it. You know, that's what all of my favorite characters do, and that never stops me.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
I mean, if the world ends enough times, I'll know if she's a liar or not.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
If I click nothing, but if I just wait here, will it do anything? Also, I'm gonna save real quick. Ba-doop. History. Oh, wow. Okay. So it keeps everything of, like, the whole game that I've ever done. So I guess I really, you know, if anyone knows me, I've played games multiple times, new things. And can I do this out of order and get a different ending, like, in total? No. They do say that there's no wrong choices, though. Was there a roof there before? Stop rambling.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
This wasn't how it looked in that demo video I watched, however it has been a while. I don't know if this is because we messed with multiple cabins, and like there were the infinite cabins last time, or if it's just meant to be spooky.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Hero sounds like a sissy.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Interesting. There's like rocks, wood, literal space. It's almost like it's mixed between a basement, a castle, and a cabin. I do like this window though.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me.
Or is it right?
My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Not the hero. You're not the one.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you.
Okay. Yeah, let's approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Are we like some sort of monster? Is this like a Switch game? Like, I don't know, the monster's zero. It's kind of cool though. We have like almost like an avian hand, like we're a crow. There's like feathers there.
There was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I'm not gonna take the blade, at least not the first time, because I feel like I don't know how good it would like be to hide it, but if she can see it, I'm just gonna grab it first.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
And maybe this is the universe telling us not to slay the princess, because which stair are we supposed to follow?
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Probably. It's a mess. But
Her
also
voice,
not doing it.
a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Are we about to hear her voice?
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
I think I accidentally made a princess collage.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
Exactly. I mean, I dislike this guy too. Maybe it's because it's Damon's and Rianne. Not that I don't like Rianne from the Dark, I still love him to death. But I was thinking more like I-A-N. I don't know. I'm not gonna, like, I don't want to specifically anger the narrator. But I don't know.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
You know, as the voice of the hero, that doesn't sound very heroic.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Like soft stairs, harsh stairs. Ooh, would that give me like different kinds of princesses then? Like if I take the soft stairs, am I gonna get the nicest? Take the center stairs, I get like normal, and harsh stairs like the worst. If I take the harsh stairs, that should show me the worst of her first, which was good for analyzing.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel.
This is probably the staircase that you're thinking.
The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
Is it chilly down here?
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
I think that was the wrong staircase.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Oh. Okay. I'm sure that has no major lore implications. Hey!
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
She's just staring at us. You're gonna be like, this person's insane.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Like sat here silently, like losing ourselves in eternity. This girl's like, who are you?
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost my... You're here? He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Oh,
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Okay, that scared me. I'm gonna admit, it probably shouldn't have, because that's not scary at all. But I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a way out. I just went up some stairs. I mean, maybe not for you. But, you know. Oh, it's only one.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
See, this one looks angry. This one looks sad. Oh, we're about to get like 8 billion different princesses, aren't we?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Probably.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Maybe I shouldn't have started by breaking the game. Normal.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Stop rushing me.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I mean, the name. Apparently a threat to the world. Going to get you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Why does it pick 3? Okay, before we do, I guess, all 3 of these at the same time, I'm gonna ask what her name
You
is,
can
'cause
address
that's
me
nice.
as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
That's less than helpful.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
I'll use it. Yeah, it still picks all 3 at the same time. That's so weird. Is it because it doesn't matter what I pick? The world's gonna end anyway, maybe?
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No, I mean literally.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
Comfort.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Okay, is this the goth one?
She fractures again.
Is it gonna be like a big
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
Which one? Which one do you want me to slay? Because I'm pretty sure, like, I didn't bring the knife down, so if I try to go at all 3...
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Exactly.
Could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
We go out the window? Well, I mean, it's covered up now, so...
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kinda hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
So, why are you locked up now?
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous.
Okay, that's not something you should say to someone sent to kill you.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Dang, why are you so defeatist?
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, that's the insane one. Or the aggressive one, I guess.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
You wanted to ask questions.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Oh, stop being sissies.
I don't think what I do really matters, does it?
I mean, it kind of does.
I just want to live my life.
And there's the normal one.
I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
Which one of you just said that? I think it was this one. It sounded
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
That's this one.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
That's the sad one.
Not a single real answer.
Of course not.
At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
You have control if you come.
Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
Is there more questions I can ask?
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do
I get a
this.
sixth one?
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop
It's gonna say kill
overthinking
her.
it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to do everything at once.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Okay, so we attack her, we help her, we dip out, and we also stab her. Leave, leave, stab, stab, free. The only one option is to free.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this...
Oh.
We can't... Do you not have anything
Oh.
witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Honey, I don't think wit's gonna fix this. I think we broke things.
No, I don't, because this isn't
Oh.
fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
I'm pretty sure this is something.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Oh, I guess we're done with that.
falls apart.
Nope. Oh. Well, I guess I completed the whole game. I saw everything.
I think
at
he's
once.
gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
I feel bad.
We should help her. I think we did this.
Don't say that out loud.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Bruh. Okay.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's fixing, but even their crowns are together. Doing the sleigh hand. Slay!
Please.
Okay, now I just feel bad. That's a very mean thing to say. And that's something they would say to Neva, not me. It's gonna be okay. Oh! Oh! I think I just gave her false hope. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. You don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Are we about to see herself for like
There's
nurse
that
other
mirror
person?
again. Why is it here? Why now? It is. Does that mean the world ended?
Well, we're still
Again,
here, so obviously.
what the hell are we supposed to do? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, what the hell?
I think I'm supposed to look
There's
in the
something
mirror.
dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
What else is there?
No. Don't do that.
They know something. They know something.
I'm begging you,
approaching me.
don't do this.
Never
It's
scared of
different
them.
now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Oh, we are like a bird monster. Like a harpy almost.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay, when did this become biblically accurate? You were chill like 2 seconds ago, hun.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
It's like the soul of the conglomeration of the princess in total. What is she? Let's ask her.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Oh no. It's too early for this. I can't relate already. I haven't even met any of the versions of you. I gotta say the art on these hands is kind of really cool.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Ooh, that's rough. So, what's the gift of a fragile vessel? I mean your body, probably over your soul, I'd say.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
So they're similar to you.
I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Yeah. I'm seeing that.
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Oh, that's horribly comforting and horribly heartbreaking at the same time. Eternally reaching out. The end of the
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Yeah, that's fair. It was a dumb question, but... Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
I mean, I met you like 5 minutes ago, but okay. I'm sure it's in the sense of the game, but... It's interesting.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Am I gonna meet you after every death now? So I'm just gonna call you Ascendancy. The Ascendancy Princess. I know Dark Crystal fans out there watching this. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So, if the... Okay, Mother Agra. I'm the world and the world is me. If you're part of the princess, does that mean you're only a fragment? Or is every princess has a fragment of you and that's why you're this is the whole version? Is this how the game's gonna end? Are you the final princess? Were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
No.
I know only that they are.
Princess out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
That's a relief. Do we know
You are
exactly?
familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
See, you don't.
Bring
But
me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
is this the type of game where I have to complete every single ending to get the good ending? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, we just got a lot more of explorers. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
I see. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay, so I have a feeling the narrator, the hero, the contrarian, all the perspectives, quote unquote, that I gather will forget. But I suppose, and like my options in the game will forget this. But outside I won't, and I'm gonna relate back to this scene over and over. Oh, I hate it. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Honey, do you ever, like, straightforwardly answer a question in your life? That's the question I want to ask. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Don't let that echo. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Fair. What if I'm just like, I'm not going back?
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Oh. No, I feel bad. Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Probably.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
I'm not sure. Ooh. I'm not sure. There's only one way to find out.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
So I have to complete my box to complete your box. I see. Okay, I don't know if everyone's following along with the symbolism and, metaphors that she's laying down right now, but what I think she's saying is that no matter how long we wait, the fact remains that we will always want to be whole, and the fact that our character is not whole can only be solved by going through and gathering all of the perspectives. If not to complete her, then to complete ourselves, and we cannot complete her until we are full, or whole again. Oh. Guys, I don't know if you can still hear me, but the game just crashed. It really went, okay, I'm kicking you out, let's start it back up. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that would happen if I just waited forever with her. So I don't know if any of that saved
You
at all.
have returned to me.
Oh.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Are you meaning you, stayed in my head, or in the code of the game? Yeah. Wait, if I waited longer, if I waited 3 hours and then rejoined the game, would she say gone mere moments? Or will she always say you were gone mere moments, because in the grand scheme of things, eternity is but a moment? Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Which version of she? Alright, I'll remember all of them. I'll try. All 5 of them.
You won't.
Oh! That was cold. Well, I'll remember her outside of the code. Oh, no.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, I just got 2 achievements.
And in the basement
I
of
don't know
that
if you guys can
cabin
see that,
is a princess.
an achievement called Spiral Vessel, bring the stranger to her. The real slave, the princess, starts here. Oh. So I think to get the good ending in the game, not only do I have to complete every single ending, but I'm gonna have to do the turnaround thing to mess up the whole game, and bring a new perspective to her every time. That's it. Okay, so we're just gonna go
You're
with normal
here
this
to
time.
slay her.
I know it's gonna be the end of the world. We're gonna skip all of this because we've done it before. We're just gonna pretend that we really want to off the monarch. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la
That's the
revolution.
spirit.
I'm gonna befriend the narrator this time, I suppose.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
She'll do everything, to stop me, blah, 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 blah. We're just gonna take the knife and go in and kill her. No questions asked.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, we'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Friends, I'd rather stab her than, like, go in and fist fight her to death. You know, that'd be cruel.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That's not one of the 5 versions.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh lord, he's back.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
I don't know if I like that tone.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She seems unconcerned. Never mind, I have
She's so
questions.
coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Giving Vigo vibes, I don't like it. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Nuh-uh. If I just go up and I go, nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay, I'm not sure. I feel like if I drop the knife, she'll definitely kill me. This version of the princess, at least. So, because if I tighten my grip, she's not gonna want to talk to me anyway. We'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
And theoretically, if we have to, she's out of our reach, we're out of her reach. You can always grab it, but
Thank you.
speak derogatory towards me, ma'am.
Against your better judgment,
Oh,
you
well,
step
never
forward
mind.
to speak with the
You
princess
just
face
stepped
to face,
forward.
unarmed.
I didn't realize we were just gonna step forward and talk to her. They didn't, you know. I would have stayed out of her reach, maybe? Or, like, close enough where if she, like, was like, I'm gonna lunge and, like, kill you with my tiara that's secretly a knife, I can just jump back. But
We'll be fine.
look at the art style. I like shading.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Sure.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I don't know if that's what I'd call this. But I'm gonna do this, and then she's gonna be like, you're ugly, you're stupid, I hate you, give me $200. So we're gonna ignore that choice. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Well, why not? She's the one chained to the wall.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
That's an interesting... I feel like you're being, like, evilly sarcastic. You can put this scary shading on the eyes, but you're not gonna deter me from being nice.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
How long? Were you like, was it like a prophecy? Is it the 8 billion iterations of you throughout eternity that you're secretly remembering because you're part the ascendancy or something?
Just how long has she been down here?
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, can you tell me? I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, I feel like you walking outside is ending the world. Because it'd end the game, I guess?
I believe her.
Exactly.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
So, that doesn't mean, like, she's evil.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Absolutely, I 100% believe in trust and honesty. Don't lie to me, please. I'll cry.
Whoever
Right
sent you
at
to
you.
slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Hey! Sorry. Yeah, they didn't. And the narrator's oddly vague about it, and you're oddly vague too. It's kind of like unreliable narrator versus gaslight gatekeep girl boss, which neither are necessarily trustworthy.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Yeah.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
I mean, to me personally, a lot. However, I enjoy the honesty.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Okay, you don't have to be rude.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
I mean...
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I mean, I have
She's
no...
wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
You know, you say she's a monarch, but she doesn't rule anything. She's in prison, so therefore you using that as, like, an argument is unjustifiable. And shut up. I'm pretty sure that she will end the world, just with how her tone is. She seems obviously irked. However, I kind of want to see where this goes. But I would like to ask what your name is.
She hesitates before answering.
Give me the truth, and I will let you live. Or at least give me a name if you like. Just call me your majesty. I'll fist fight you right now.
You can address me as your royal highness, or her majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
Again,
You know-
she offers no specifics, no matter how hard.
Shut up.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Listen. This isn't about anything specific, but I did say, I gave my word if you didn't at least give me a fake name and said, only your highness, it's time to slay the day away.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh,
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I'm kind of rooting for her to kill me here. Mainly because this wasn't the option I really wanted to pick, but I gave my word. And you said it's all about trust. You know, you said your word means nothing, but to me it means everything.
Holy shit, that hurt!
Yeah, no shit.
Though she's
you just broke
unarmed,
her jaw.
the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Yeah. She probably hit us with, like, the metal part. Or just straight up punched us. If so, you know, slay for her.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
I have a feeling we're just both gonna die.
We can still turn this around.
Honey, no, we can't. Finish the job. Give up. I said what I said.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
I'm sorry, conglomeration number 1. The sassy one. Oh no. Oh no. I hate it when characters get stabbed and they say, oh, it reminds me of Neva, and now I feel absolutely horrible. Okay, next time we're not repeating this.
The two of you fall to the floor.
No.
This was fun.
We're both dying. Can you not sass me right now?
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Probably not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, I guess that's deserved. Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So now if I turn around and walk away and I go back, I want to play through a few endings of the game before I go on the run to bring all of the different versions of me to the conglomeration. So I have a feeling no matter what, we will die or the world will end until we take all the versions of ourselves to the lady, because we forget each of them, right? I can't collect them and keep them for myself. I think I can only have one at a time in chapter 2, and it just restarts over and over again after chapter 2, or chapter 2 or 3, and so I have to keep bringing each version of myself to the conglomeration to be whole and find out the true ending, I guess. So, but for now, I'm just gonna play a few of the different types and see what happens.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So this has already happened.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
I didn't tell you that she killed me.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's... You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Most of the stubborn.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay. Maybe I should just take him to the conglomeration, because I don't want to kill her again like that. So
We can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Where are you going?
I'm taking you to
Seriously?
the conglomeration.
You're just going to...
Quietly continue. Yeah. Yeah, I think that will
Fine.
stop me
I
from
suppose
bringing
you
the
just
contrarian.
quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's straight.
So he'll turn. So I'm pretty sure if I like talk to him, then the next chapter will have the contrarian in it again. But I
You're
think if I
really
just do
keen
it
on
silently,
wasting
I'll
everyone's
keep
time, aren't
stubborn.
you? It's
I'm gonna skip
remarkably
the dialogue
selfish. It's
here
but fine.
because
You turn around and trek back
we've
down the
already
path
heard
you
all of
wait.
this, so-
Something isn't. What's going on? Where are we?
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did
Okay.
you listen? No.
I know voice of the stubborn. You're angry. Well, I'm so glad I don't have to do that whole thing again. Okay, so I can just bring him straight to her. Oh, hey! Feelers move across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion, why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance, fingers dart crawling across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. It's useless to us if it doesn't bring you more gifts. Pushing back against the not the back, not there. The grip, this world is broken beyond your abilities. Leave something new. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am on only salvation. Does that mean there's a limit? Denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences.
You're on a path
Hero and the
in the
princess.
woods. You're here to slay her.
I thought I had to bring all the versions of me to him. Fine, I'll silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way. A warning. She will lie.
And we're not going to pick the knife this time. We're just gonna talk to her.
The interior of the cabin is all the blade.
I'm gonna skip that because we've done it, but I think, like, I got it wrong the first time. I thought I had to bring all the versions of myself to the lady just to, like, make myself whole and help her. But maybe I have to go make myself whole fully without bringing them to her over time. And then, I don't know. Or maybe I have to take, if I play all the endings, I get the new ending. If it's one of those games, probably. Kind of like
The door to the basement creaks open,
Which is
revealing a
game
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room
scary
below.
ending.
This is an oppressive place. The air, her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Softly. So she's gonna be friendlier this time? Is it the sad one?
Hello? Is someone there?
I think this is the sad
It's
version.
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your
I
life.
feel like the other voice is that one.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Let me be nice. She
Thank
gonna, like,
you.
reach out and, like,
Thank
kill me?
you.
Like, when
You're
I
making
did
a huge mistake.
it. She gonna, like, sucker punch me and then kick me and, like, call me ugly or
No.
something.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here.
Okay,
Good
so it
luck.
said, I don't know if I can do that. reader, but just a quick. I'm gonna go look for the key or anything else that can get you out. Be right back.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Well, what if I was
You
going...
hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Well, what if I was going to get
Is someone
the
else
knife?
here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Girl, what if I was... Sorry. Dude, what if I was going, like, to get the knife? Would the door still lock? Like, you could just lock the cabin door.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well, you wouldn't let me. I went back up there and you locked me out. Anyway, sorry, girly pop. This isn't West of Loathing. I can't just bully the narrator into letting me find keys. and
Easier
stuff.
for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
What mess? Just me and her chilling in a dank basement. We probably don't need food.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Absolutely.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
It's okay.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay, this is the scary imagery they were talking about.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Well, I guess we're getting out
It's
of here
the blade
together.
from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Nice try.
Or we could use it to free her.
That again.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
See, I feel like, okay, if we kill her, does that bring her to the conglomeration? Or is it if we save her that it gives her to the conglomeration? We're about to find out by saving
Fine.
her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Ooh, that's rough.
The blade is sharp,
that's
and it
rough.
takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
That's what I was thinking. How is she chill
No.
with this?
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
She doesn't seem that bad. Look at that smile, that winning smile.
How
Let's
is she
get out
still
of here.
smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Shut up.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I don't know if that's that my arm really hurts, but I'm trying to be brave about it. Let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
No, the narrator's a big liar. I don't make the rules.
As the
Obviously.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Hey, I didn't consent. to
Wait,
that.
this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh no. Hey. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the... Warn her!
Stop
Warn
that.
her!
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
You look so sad. You're making
Your
me feel
body
bad.
lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
I didn't consent.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Maybe I don't want to live. Or, sorry. Maybe I don't want her to die. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess.
The blade. Move the blade.
Nuh-uh.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Well, obviously not.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What do you mean? What do you mean? We can outwait him. We can outwait him.
She
Oh,
plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
ooh, I don't know who this is tougher for. Me who's dying or you who's sad about it.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Was that on purpose?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Yeah.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
You know what? I think that's a matter of perspective.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Well, you can drag this out as long as you want. But that's not gonna stop me.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay,
She
let's
doesn't know how
skip
to
over
use a
that.
knife, does she?
Probably not. I think she's been locked in a basement her whole life.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Duh.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh. I don't like how real that cry sounded. Felt, hun, felt.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just
Okay.
end like this, right?
Bro, what did you think was gonna happen? You were committed to this like 2 seconds ago. Don't get second thoughts now.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
I mean, it doesn't look like she's faking me out. Why fake cry when I'm going to die? It'd be like at the point past no return, you'd be like, haha, I played you.
Everything
seven-
goes dark, and you die.
Oh, the damsel?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Yes, I know, we're going to slay her. Deja vu, I died. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first...
If he doesn't remember what happened.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I don't like that.
Our
Okay.
beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
There isn't four of us. I mean, unless that... Is this a way to count how many, like, versions of ourselves we've collected? Because there's, like, the stubborn, the hero, the guy who just liked messing with the narrator and didn't understand the concept of consequences, and the smitten.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, I don't know if I like
What
that
can I
voice.
say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I'm not sure that's where we were going last time, but sure, why? If I turn around and leave, will the lady get angry at me? I don't know, I mean... If I turn around and leave, will she get angry at me? No, we're gonna proceed to the cabin with the voice of the smitten, because I don't think going back will,
A warning,
change anything.
but she will lie. We
I
already
know,
told you
she-
we're not playing along with your little game.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
This is just the theater kid in
Sure,
us.
yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
You know, the theater kid in my head doesn't say
Don't pay their
like, all
bickering
the
any
time.
mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The mirror. Let's approach
Walk up to the
mirror
wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
kid. So we wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you... But there was a...
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Lord, let's just end her without the blade again. I want to see her personality. Plus, it'll show up if we do decide to
The
kill her
door to the
anyway.
basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I have a feeling I'm gonna hate the next 2 minutes.
Her
of my life.
voice. It's somehow even more beautiful.
Okay,
I've held
we're
my
gonna
tongue
ignore
till
that.
now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Yeah, this is kind of
My
dramatic.
love, we're here to rescue...
You know she
Yes.
can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Doubt.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Yeah.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity.
Now,
Okay.
hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic...
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
And I understand, the connection, but also, I don't know. It's a little over the top for me. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. Well, I guess before we started talking, did the world end?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that
That
just
makes you
like our
happy.
darling prince? Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Well, it's not that, like... So you put me in here to do a job, and you honestly there's no winning from doing the job. I mean, I died last time. I guess I could choose to just go in and immediately stab her, and I'd probably win. But I don't care.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
I like knowing all angles.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long.
I guess. I mean, I don't know if she's just copying us.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so...
Not really. You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
I mean, yeah, kinda. Because, like, I didn't want to kill you.
We
so that's
warned
fair.
her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Listen, I get manipulated all the time. It's fine. Just kidding. Yeah.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Why?
That's okay. You
Also,
were
I
just
just
doing
told
your
her that the
best,
narrator
and that's all
was
that
trying to
matters.
kill me. Aw. Well, I'm immediately on your side again.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent. That's because she's perfect.
Okay, that's probably not true either.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Ooh, that'd be
She
interesting.
doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Oh my gosh. What if the conglomeration is like her narrator and our narrator is part of us? But he doesn't sound similar to us. He has an accent that's different and his voice sounds different, but maybe.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little...
I don't think so. Have a knife.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay, I don't know if I want to do that.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
If I gaslight you enough, I can.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic... No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I mean, technically, if we got, like, shea butter or like soap and put it on like her wrist, could she slip it out? How tight are the chains? There's a lot of logistics behind this. You know, could we just break that off the wall? That looks kind of like chipped, and like we can just drag it with her till we like find something that could cut it off, theoretically. I mean, why does this one not have a chain? That's what I want to know.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Basically.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths.
End our
You
life.
wouldn't.
He would, but I mean, I don't know if
I would.
He would, but you ain't in control.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
There?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Okay. Oh, I
I
guess
can't
we just
believe
win.
it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She look about to stab me.
The princess jumps
Oh,
up
no.
and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Oh, that's That's kind of happy.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Okay, listen. Still a little over dramatic.
What do we do now?
Leave, I guess.
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt
Okay,
love in
let's
his
leave
heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Oh. Well, I mean, we have time to think about it before we, like, dip out.
She doesn't even
but-
know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
We'll just end the world
So
together.
gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Well, you know, you could have, like, given us more factual information.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
So, like, about to turn, like, into a horror jump scare warning. 10 seconds, she's gonna be like, end the world and stab us.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Here we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
And then she shrugs.
Oh,
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'm so done. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. You want to end the world. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest either later. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Why is this changing? Why did the art style change? I don't
She
like
can't
that.
just want to make us happy.
I don't like this.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I don't like what the music's doing. Must be something
I
you
just want to make you happy.
Oh, I don't like this.
Is she broken? What's going on?
I think
What's
the
going
illusion's
on is
fading.
she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Wait,
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but
Wait,
this isn't
the
right.
threads, the threads. Is this how we bring her to the lady?
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a
Or
big
do you see
deal.
the whole art style changing? You need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, the conglomeration got her. Memory
No.
return.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Why? Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It will be. For you.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
Not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be. Oh, look. It's the end for you, not for me. That's what I just said. So we're going
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Okay, that's dramatic, but let's face the mirror. Okay, none of you will remember this, so it doesn't matter what I say. Hey, we look like more red now. And why are we're drippy? We weren't drippy before. We've grown. We have more feathers. Is this like our personality growing? Is that why we're like red in it? And we have more feathers than last time? We're gonna go find our bestie? Look, it's the conglomeration! She's not mad at us this time!
When I
Oh,
found you
what?
in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yay!
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, so before we do that, before we talk to her, so I'm guessing that, like, there's probably two giant endings to the game. There's, like, it's gonna be two endings at the end, is where we get the conglomeration together, and either we end the conglomeration and therefore probably the game, or we, like, I guess, either join her, or free her. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Fair. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? Probably not, because she didn't know before, and this vessel didn't know.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Fair.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay, well, at least I won't accidentally do the same things over and over again. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I don't know. Fear of the unknown? I would say that maybe it was because once you're complete, you just want to be alone so that the world may end, but maybe you don't. Maybe it's lonely. Maybe you just like having another thought. I mean, sitting within yourself, within your own thoughts is a dreary existence. Sitting in thoughts for hours is awful. Unending. Okay, let's get out of here, like, as quickly as possible before I get philosophical. Oh, but I want to answer all the questions. I attack the entity. I don't want to do that. Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle
I
heart.
didn't. That was not on purpose.
Do not
I
mourn
apologize
her.
if you're upset.
She has served her purpose.
Okay. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Okay.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and you are something more than that, too. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
I see.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
So you are lonely, but you also wouldn't know that. So I am the creation of your pain and your joy, just by existing. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Barely at all.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
That's valid. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I still dislike how sudden that is, because I didn't click anything there. Alright. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a path.
Okay. I'm going to save. I'm going to end this stream here. I might start another one in a few, because I have to go use the restroom, but if I don't, I hope everyone who watches this has a good rest of your night, or day, or whatever time it is that you watch this, and I hope you've enjoyed this first part and haven't, hated my overly philosophical thoughts. Thank you.